Lighting a spare button LED as part of a salvo. We have shown you in the previous videos how to create a salvo and how to configure a spare button to activate a salvo. In this lesson, we'll cover how to configure the Navigator software so that the appropriate spare button LED illuminates when that salvo is active and extinguishes when the salvo is deactivated. First, we need to create a logic-only destination. We'll be using this same destination in both salvos to connect to the appropriate spare button LED source via a soft LIO. Select the blade you're going to utilize to create the logic-only destination. It doesn't matter which blade you select for this, but for the sake of simplicity, it's best to use the engine blade or console blade that's associated with the control surface that you're configuring the spare buttons for. Select the blade's Destination tab. Click the Add button. This brings up the Destination Signal Wizard screen. Name the destination. In this case, we will name it Always On. For signal type, select LIO only. Now select the LIO Info tab. Click the Add button. This will bring up the Assign an LIO screen. Locate the software LIO in the list and click on the triangle symbol to expand the view of them. Locate the first available soft LIO and select it by left-clicking on it. Click the Invert checkbox. This effectively makes this signal normally closed. Think of this signal as an on-off switch to send the voltage to light the LED, and the switch itself as always being pressed, which is why we named it Always On. The direction should be Input. For function, select Switch LED 1. Click Apply, then click Close. Then click Finish. You will now see the signal you created in the Destination Signal column. Select System 0 to return to the main crosspoint screen. Click the Salvos Macros tab. Use the spin dial if necessary to select the desired salvo. We will first select Salvo 1. Click the Editable button. If you don't, a pop-up will remind you to. Add a crosspoint between the destination signal Always On and the spare 01 source. Note that the icon is a square block rather than a round dot as an audio signal crosspoint would be. Now use the spin dial to select Salvo 2. Remember to click the Editable button. Add a crosspoint between the destination signal Always On and the spare 02 source. That completes the configuration in Navigator. All that is left to do now is to tell the control surface that instead of using its internal switch logic to light the LEDs when pressed, we want it to let us light the LEDs on spare buttons 1 and 2 from an external LIO signal, in this case, the salvos we just configured. For this, you will use the control surface GUI on the VGA screen if configuring an LX or E-Series control surface, as we are in this demonstration. We're also using Glass E software to connect to and control the LX24 in this case, so the video can show you the control surface GUI too. Go to the Options tab on the control surface GUI. Under Available Options, select Programmable Buttons. Use the spin dials to select Momentary LIO LED for both Spare 1 and Spare 2. For control surfaces not using a VGA screen, like an IP12 or an L8 for example, refer to the Buttons tab in the control surface GUI and choose Momentary LIO LED from the available spin dials for each programmable button. Then click Apply. Congratulations! You have now configured your programmable buttons on your control surface to light their LEDs as part of the salvos they are activating. Pretty cool stuff, isn't it?